This is April from Mom Run Craft, and I am here today to show you how to use the cloth and paper architect pad and daily inspiration page to help prepare and organize for long distance learning. And so what I did is I originally took this pad and I opened up several of the emails from my boys' teacher. So I have an 8th grader and a 6th grader, which means they have a different teacher for every subject, which means we had about 13 to 14 emails on the first week of school saying, welcome, my name is so-and-so. Science, we are going to meet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Fridays are going to be lab days. And so I started to jot down all of the information on this page, and it quickly became obvious that visually it was overwhelming and it was not organized in a way that was very helpful. So what I started to do is then go by times. So each boy's teacher sent a class schedule. So I decided that I would have a time column, a column for Jacob, a column for Tyson, and then an area for notes. So if you look at the architect pad, I did 2 boxes for time. I did 3 boxes per child, just simply to give me enough room to write the class and include in a box below the most important schedule information or class information for that particular day, and then an area for notes. And so what I did after that is I decided to color code each class period and break it down even further so that red was period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4, period 5, period 6, and then period 7 for them is a work period. So after going through prepping the page like this, again, color coded by time that you would fill in. So for example, if your A period or period 1 is 8 a.m. to 8:45, you would put that, you would put the name of the class, and then you would put the most important information, again, going back to those original emails if your teacher sent it. So for both boys, their period 1 is homeroom. So what I would go through and I would write homeroom, and then for here, Jacob's teacher wanted him to have a dedicated notebook and binder section for history with a black pen and highlighter. So that is what I would put here or in the notes section. And I wanted to save you guys time. You didn't want to watch me write in all of the information. But ultimately, after going through all of the emails, it looked like this. So period 1 for my boys is 8:30 to 9. It is homeroom, where they will do their daily religion, and then Jacob, grade 6, will do history. Tyson, grade 8, he will do math. They both have to fill out a daily attendance Google form anytime between 7 and 8:25. So the color coding goes across the page, the red being what they would have to do first thing in the morning. They have to check their week at a glance emails every Sunday or first thing in the morning, because each teacher is sending a week at a glance, which will explain what time they have a live class session, or if they have a Loom, or if there's a quiz. So they have to check that first thing every morning. Moving down the page, second period, Jacob has English, where he needs to have his vocab book and journal, whereas Jacob has a daily history Google Meet, and he needs to have his textbook and notes. So this teacher also asked the boys to bookmark the live class page, their online textbooks, and then Jacob's teacher wanted him to bookmark his AR test page. So the color code for me that worked best is by time, and it carries across the page. So for you, if you had a younger child, maybe their schedule could be broken down into, morning, break, second session, break, third session, break, get them out, get them active, take some brain breaks. but you could break it down and then carry the colors across. So if those teacher had specific things, like the math meets Monday, Tuesday, Thursday with a Loom video, which means the teacher pre-records the content and Jacob just has to watch it and then check in, where he has a live Google Meet on Wednesdays. All of this is important information that was helpful to keep within the yellow section. So once I had this, I laminated it and it hangs right actually to my left above my desk. So I check back to this almost every day. It's been very helpful for me, but I decided that I wanted something in my actual planner. And so in my planner, I have a kids section, and I wanted something to keep in my planner. And so I thought that is what I would actually sit and go through with you guys, because it essentially covers exactly what I did on the architect pad, but it breaks it down onto a daily page. So we're going to do Jacob's daily page. And what I did is I did one page for Jacob and I did one page for Tyson. So I will walk you guys through how I did this. You don't have to use these specific colors. I just chose them because they're bright and make me happy, but any type of highlighter will work. Any type of pen. If you guys have Tombow brush pens, those will work as well. I just like the differentiation of color, and I wanted to keep it the same across the board just to make it easy. So I kind of started already, just so you don't have to watch the first initial lines, and I figured we could fill this out together. This is gonna be for Jacob. And this is the grade 6 long distance learning schedule. So again, same idea. I've got a line for the time and then a box for the class. I kept the boxes a little bit bigger in the morning because those happen to be their content classes where it's a little bit more important. So this is 8:30 to 9, and it's his homeroom where he will cover. He'll do religion and then they move on to history. So he's specifically asked to bookmark his Google Classroom. And he also wants Jacob to fill out his attendance Google form every morning by 8:25. So red, first thing in the morning, Google form by 8:25. And so to keep up with this, we have 7 a.m. is when the daily attendance form opens. And then 8:25 is when he has homeroom or history. Homeroom and history, I should say. Okay, so next one is going to be orange. So you use the line and then you just a thick chisel across. So their second block is 9:15 to 9:45, and it's his English. And his English teacher asks that he comes to class with his vocab book and a class-specific journal. So that is what I will write here, that he needs a vocab book and journal. He also asked that the students set up their AR points, which is how they measure the free reading, open reading books. So he had to do that. And then this particular teacher starts every morning with a daily journal prompt, and that is how he takes attendance. So when I taught English, I did the same thing. So that's kind of the equivalent, or it is equivalent to a bell ringer. So we've got same color. I have his classes English, it's at 9:15. He has to have his vocab book and journal. He needed to set up his AR points, which he did. And then every morning he is responsible for a daily journal prompt at 9:15. Moving on, we have yellow. Yellow is Jacob's math. The space of all of this could be totally up to you. And it could be any color. You guys could do this all in gray, which I actually made a gray one to show you if you want to keep it a little bit more simple and not differentiate the colors. But I feel like this makes it a little bit more fun. And since this is for my planner, I like the different colors. So third period starts at 10. She has specific days for things, which is helpful. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, she has pre-recorded Loom videos, Loom lessons. And then Wednesday is always Google Meet. These I've also learned are often quiz days. She also has all weekly assignments due on Friday, and she also wanted all of the login. So math. Green is kind of the last content class. So it's the last bigger box. Okay, so this is 10:45 to 11:15. Science, so no science on Mondays, labs on Thursday. Science teacher likes photos and he likes to collect them on Friday. Science starts at 10:45. So this is 11:30 to 12. The kids get a 15-minute break between each class. This is PE, and they are required to fill out a movement form. So movement logs are due at the end of the month. Next, we have a lunch. And we are just gonna do a simple highlight because we don't need to make a box. And I just wrote a reminder in this color that said get outside. Try to get the boys off all the electronics and outside, get some fresh air. And then the last line is a work period. So from 12:30 to 1, lunch. 1 to 3 is a work period. Reminder, get outside, complete work. There you have it. Same as in the architect pad. The red correlates to everything first thing in the morning. Priorities you can fill out for your child. So for me, it'll be daily attendance form, morning meeting, and reading points. So the boys have to get so many reading points. Those are Jacob's priorities. And then I circled Fridays because Fridays are shorter days. Fridays do not follow this schedule. Teachers have office hours for the kids and they really only have morning mass and Spanish. So they have very little on Fridays. But priorities, just to finish this page off, daily attendance form, morning meeting, and AR points. If you are somebody who likes things a lot more simple and maybe just more streamlined and minimal, you can do the same thing with gray. I just added a piece of washi so that it sticks out in my planner, kind of like a tab. You could do something like that. Jacob on one side, Tyson on the other side. Or what I plan to do is on a page like this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I could do their Friday schedule on the other side. But I hope you all found this very, very helpful. So again, you can use the Architect pad for kind of an overall look at your child's week. And then for your actual planner, you can break it down per child and have a page per child. You could use the backside to keep track of important assignments. Maybe their sports schedule could go on this side. I hope this helps. Please let me know if you have any questions. I would be happy to answer them. Thank you for hanging out.